why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech?
Here we go. Trigger warning. Spoiler alert. Will Smith, you're just not such a fresh prince anymore. You are experiencing the Tom Kelly Show. I am here with my friend Ryan Peterson, a professional TV news anchor in Albany. What station are you on again?
News 10 ABC, WTEN.
Yeah, there you go. NBC? ABC, good. That's our favorite. His wife, Amy, is here. Amy, are we allowed to say your last name?
It's the same.
Okay, good. So we're not giving anything away. Okay, good. So she's behind the camera because I really haven't figured out how to shoot a three-person show with the green screen behind us. Do you feel professional? You're a professional news anchor. Do you feel professional?
Hey man, look, I got to tell you, the last time we did this, it was over Zoom from my iPhone in my living room. This is nice to do this in person. I got to tell you, man, these are some expensive microphones right here. I'm impressed.
Very expensive microphones that I don't know how to use. And an expensive roadcaster. I need tech support. If there's anybody here who can help me do tech support. So listen, today on the program, we've gotten a lot more professional since you've been here last. Today on the show, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan and Amy, again, we can say her last name. It's the same, Peterson, will discuss the new Will Smith apology. Apology in Black 2 to Chris Rock, the death of the Choco Taco, and possibly the Ice Cream Man. And before we get into these sort of things, I ask you this question.
Yes.
They say in evening news, if it bleeds, it leads. Is there like a happy morning show equivalent to that, though?
Yeah, if it's got kids in it, it leads. Right?
Yeah.
Look, we do...
Like puppies?
Sure. Puppies, veterans, people doing things for veterans. We love that stuff. Because we do a segment every morning called Giving on 10, where we encourage people to write in, let us know who's helping out in their community, giving back to others, helping their neighbors, that kind of thing. And we feature it. You know, we give them a little shout out every morning.
Whereas here in podcasting, we do a little feature. Tell us who's dicking you over. We'll get them. We'll get them for you. I'll key their car here at the Tom Kelly Show. Actually, I have a slogan, though. I like happy news. And I think this is what I want you to do at your next morning news meeting is when you want a happy clip, you say, if it's not puppies, it's uppies. No, puppies. If it's puppies, it's uppies.
We'll do it.
We'll do that. You try dropping that. So, so my equivalent in podcasting of if it's puppies and uppies. I don't even like saying it bleeds. Like you wince when I say that.
Yeah, well, it's old. It's a dated reference. You know, unfortunately, as true as it is still, it's just nobody wants to talk about that. And we live in a sad, sad world, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's and that's one of the things I like about mornings, and especially our show, given the fact that we're on 4.5 hours every morning. The later we get in the hours, we can get a little looser. We bring people to happier stories.
Yeah, because again, if it's puppies, it's uppies. Actually, and in podcasting, what has done well for my ratings, having you on, you're a well-rated show.
We love featuring new canines when the local sheriff's departments hire a new canine or their therapy puppies. We love a therapy puppy story. You know,
Actually, you like do you like right before sweeps? Do you call the sheriff's department and say, "Any new dogs coming in?"
You got a new canine. We love to feature the canine. People love the dogs.
Well, I'll tell you what rates well for me in radio too. Food news and Will Smith screwing up.
Sure.
You did a certain number of viewers. You actually did a high number of viewers for my show. But then me analyzing Will Smith quintupled that. And what do you know? This is like chocolate meeting peanut butter, people. I've got Ryan Peterson and Will Smith apologized again. Have you seen the apology yet?
I have not.
Well, what do you know?
I have not seen it.
Well, what do you know? Through the magic of television editing. Now, I want to put a quick disclaimer for people watching on YouTube and listening. I am going to edit this down. Oh, you're going to have to lean in. This isn't your professional TV studio with your robot cameras. All right. So, folks, the real... Just a few quick things. He apologized on a Friday. And a Friday afternoon. You didn't talk about it on your Friday morning news show because it happened after, right?
Right. No, because he dropped the apology, if you will, in the hours where they think news is going to die Friday afternoon, where everybody's getting out of town, everybody's getting out of Dodge, you sneak it in there and think it's just going to fly under the radar.
And it does kind of, because by the time Monday morning comes, it's old news.
But he forgets that he's Will Smith, and everybody's paying attention to everything that he does, seeing that he was silent for so long.
Yeah, and so
I don't think it quite had the effect he hoped it did.
And the nice thing for me is, as a podcaster, it's my chance to go clean up on the scraps that Good Morning America, the Today Show, and CBS missed out on. So it's a 5-minute, 44-second apology. I'm going to try to sync the video to us, and we'll watch it in real time together. Is that okay?
So can we comment on while it's playing?
Yes, that's the dream, in fact.
All right.
And I'll stop it. You just hit the space bar if you have a remark. And it starts on a fuzzy picture of a living room.
I see that. Soft focus.
And then look, titles. It's been a minute. Over the last few months, I've done a lot of thinking and personal work. Mm-hmm. You asked a lot of fair questions that I wanted to take some time to answer.
You've been working on your Will Smith impression.
Not at all. In fact, not at all. And now look, this is my first complaint about it. I'm hitting pause already. My first complaint about the...
Is he wearing Tom Brady gear? No.
Okay, he looks like he just came off the golf course with Tom Brady. Yes. I hear you. That is a fair comment. I was going to go Tiger Woods, but I think that could get us in trouble. Yeah, he looks like he just got off the golf course, like he just played a quick 18. And then, oh, you know what? I might as well go say something to Rock. And two, it's not an apology if they have time to record B-roll and put like a text intro. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, the princess, it's...
Heavy-handed, as we like to say.
The Lucas people were involved in this.
Heavily edited.
So now a lot of him breathing.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech?
First of all, my impersonation's not so bad anymore.
No, it's not. And why is he starting? Why isn't he just going right into the apology? He starts off with a question. He hasn't even introduced himself. He hasn't. I don't like it already.
And then you know what I also don't like? The stray microphone, like he's doing a press conference with no press there.
Right.
Okay. We're not going to get through all 5 minutes of this. We're not. Wide
I
shot.
was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris.
He's cutting between 2 or 3 angles.
And the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk. And when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
That poster there, frame thing in the background was appropriate. Like, the world is sick, love is the cure.
Oh, oh my God. By the way, doesn't that whole fake house look fake? Like, that's not a real house. Those are like movable walls,
totally,
right?
Yeah, they're on a soundstage.
They're on a soundstage.
And no, it's not Tom Brady here. That looks like a Wahlburgers hat. Is he wearing a Wahlburgers hat?
Oh, you know what's funny? I have not. I may have cheated. I got
like the Wahlburgers logo.
It's how great would it be at the end of it? Chris Rock, I apologize, and I have purchased you 6 Wahlburger franchises. That's the only way I can make it up for you is with Donnie Wahlberg.
Thank you, Mark and Donnie.
Thank you, Mark and Donnie, for helping me reach out.
Hold on. Okay, so you got the world is sick, love is the cure, appropriately in there. Now you also have his sons or the family company's water there.
In a box. How environmentally friendly.
Box water, which, by the way, they actually bottle up around Glens Falls, upstate New York, not far from where we are, is the source of their just water, by the way. I'll throw that out there. Yeah, so he's doing some marketing in this as well.
So do you think that's marketing, or is he so environmentally friendly that he has to do the cardboard bottled water?
No, it's marketing. Look at how it's placed. It's perfectly in frame. It's in the middle of the table. It's all that was adjusted before they rolled.
Okay, I'll tell you what I like most about this apartment here, or this apology zone, is you could tell the walls are on wheels. Right, that they're modular walls.
Right, and they look like, is it supposed to be concrete? It looks.
And then what I do love though is
it an insane asylum?
We don't have real walls, but we do have a real record player. in the corner.
Turntable there under the.
Yeah, like Chris was just like Will Smith was just listening to his vinyls right before all this. And the other thing I didn't like that you guys can probably tell when I do the podcast, if you watch the YouTube version, is he has 2 cameras, so you could tell he probably was cutting in between things. Like, I want to apologize to Chris Rock. Then it goes to another camera. They cut out, even though Chris Rock's a dick. They cut like little.
Well, I'd love to know how many other people are in the room too. The other side, is there 6? Is there half a dozen people in there?
Is your wife Amy behind the camera? That's a real possibility for me.
I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment.
How about his kids?
How about kids? How about anybody that was watching the broadcast?
I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment.
All right, I can't do the whole thing.
3 months.
3 months.
It's too long.
So first of all,
we mentioned to you once before too, and it was so ridiculous. Our 10-year-old daughter reacted to it. Well, he was defending his wife, but there is so much more to it than that. And I think he owes a side. Well, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't owe us a complete explanation. I mean,
here's what he needs to do. First of all, I don't like the title of this. It's been a minute. Actually, it has not been a minute, Chris Rock. It's been 3 months, and there are 43,800 minutes in a month. So actually, it has not been a minute. It has been 131,400 minutes. That's a song in Rent too, 131,400 minutes.
And then they break it down to the seconds too, and the whole
You got to one-up me. You're such a journalist. You're such a journalist. God damn it. I mean, I was proud that I actually researched the damn jokes, people. I printed the jokes. I could go for hours, but is there a standard for forgiveness? Because I don't feel like anybody's forgiven Chris Rock. Not Chris Rock. We always forgive Chris Rock. He's perfect. We love him. But I don't think we've forgiven Will Smith. Have you?
Have I forgiven him?
Do you care?
Not particularly.
Okay, if they do Men in Black 4, are you bringing the Peterson family?
I don't. It's hard. It's hard for. I don't know. Forgiveness is a wonderful thing. That the position he's in, the millions of people that were watching, the millions of people that follow him on social media, for him to lash out the way that he did, illegally, assaulting a man on a national. Global broadcast.
They didn't bleep it in Japan. Like we got the censored version.
Right, you had the 7-second delay.
If you think your kids screwed up, there are a lot of kids in Japan and Australia who are really screwed up by this.
And one of the worst things too was seeing no reaction from production at the Oscars. That nothing was done. It was just allowed to happen. Now, granted, I'm sure everybody was kind of shell-shocked by it. Maybe didn't know what to do. But the fact that he was able to stay in that theater, go up there, accept his Best Actor award, and stand on stage and deliver that.
What bothered me was the standing ovation.
And it was almost like the standing ovation, and he kind of doubled down on what happened when he was talking up there. Like he defended himself in a way.
Yeah.
I'm not remembering the words exactly, but
it was like about how Richard Williams
stood up for his family and blah blah blah. So he doubled down on the whole thing, which was just absurd.
So here are my standards. I have worked on this for a while. My standards for forgiving Chris Rock.
All right.
I'm sorry, I got to stop doing that. My standards for forgiving Will Smith is. I think America wants to see Will Smith fall a little bit further. We need him to get divorced from Jada, and then he has to fake his own death. And then once we all see that Will Smith has killed himself over this, we will forgive him as a country, and then he just comes back, haha, just kidding. I faked my death. You guys are awful, America, for not forgiving quick enough.
Well, the real test will be the box office for whatever his next film is, right?
Well, is there a movie coming out? That's what I need to look up.
I mean, there's got to be. I mean, that'll be the true test. Is he's always consistently been one of the most bankable stars, right? So we'll see.
So.
But you could almost make the same argument for Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise has done some pretty...
but you know what? Tom
made
Cruise...
some pretty insane comments throughout the years.
Insane. Did not let his wife make noise while giving birth. Yes, a couple of weird things like that. But you know what? He didn't punch a man on network TV live. I don't know. I could go for hours on this, and I don't want to go too far because there is happy news, people. This is actually a depressing show now that I'm looking at this. Like, is there anything worse? Can we forgive Will? Can we forgive Will Smith? You know what would make Will Smith forgivable? Will Smith needs to bring back the Choco Taco.
That would be phenomenal.
If Will Smith could just finance out of his billions of dollars new Choco Tacos.
So here we go. We devoted quite a bit of time to this the past week on our big morning show.
As a anchor, could you break the news? Could you break the news straight to camera? From memory? Yeah.
Klondike Bar says it has discontinued the Choco Taco.
By the way, doesn't that sound so much better than what I'm saying? Like he's like,
too much here too. I got to stop that. I apologize. We did a story locally with a guy who runs an ice cream truck up in the Capital Region around Albany, Snow Cone Joe. Snow Cone Joe.
I love
Snow Cone Joe out of Schenectady. He said Choco Taco was one of his top sellers. Kind of blindsided by the whole thing. So it's unfortunate.
So I'm going to tell you something. I actually...
Have you ever had the Choco Taco?
Yeah, hated it. But really? I hated it. The waffle shell was always soggy. Whenever I got a Choco... First of all, let's be clear. I am sad about the Choco Taco. I am hurt about the Choco Taco. But I don't want to eat the Choco Taco. I just want to see it there and know that there are worse ice cream options when I am shopping. Like the 3 times I've had a Choco Taco, like on long road trips, and they sold out of all the other ice cream. The freezer broke a few times.
Sure.
And then they are. Like, do you eat Choco Tacos? Is that a regular
thing? No.
Amy, are there Choco Tacos in your kid's fridge?
There is not.
Were there ever?
No.
There you go.
No.
And yet we're grieving as a nation.
Because it's one of those items. Look, y'all love going to the ice cream truck as a kid, Mr. Dingaling, when he pulls through your neighborhood, right? And
by the way, Mr. Dingaling is not nearly as good an ice cream name as Snow Cone Joe out of Schenectady.
Snow Cone Joe. But you want to see it on the menu. It's one of those things. What's going to be next? The chocolate eclair and the strawberry shortcake bars, because those are good too.
I do love what the strawberry shortcake was my favorite ice cream bar as a kid until I grew up and felt man enough to spend the extra 50 cents on a Chipwich.
Chipwich. Remember Eskimo pies? You probably can't say Eskimo anymore though, right?
Northern Native American cold weather.
The Inuit pies.
Indigenous people pies just sounds
but
just
no,
as bad.
It was Eskimo pie, right? I'm trying to remember what it was.
I think it was Eskimo pie was a Klondike bar with cheaper ice cream, right? It was just
maybe
it was just like a chocolate shell around
put out by the Good Humor Company, right? Good Humor.
Yeah, it was like a Good Humor thing. A Klondike bar sounds better. Actually, talking about Snow Cone Joe and Mr. Dingaling. By the way, this is another thing that anchors do, right? They like hold the papers to look smarter like this.
We don't do papers anymore. We
have no paper?
We have iPads on the desk. Rundown scripting, everything's in an iPad now. Saving trees, Tom. Saving trees.
But do you have like a gesture of, we're about to wrap this up? Like, what's the modern...
I don't do that.
Is there like a modern, you lift it up and just swipe? No? Or
I talk a lot with my hands. Sometimes there's a pen in my hand. Sometimes there's not, but there's no paper, so that doesn't make any sense. That looks really dumb. But sometimes, technology fails us, and we do resort to paper scripts.
Well, and this headline from the New York Times, did this come up in your thing?
Melting profits threaten the ice cream man. That's well written.
Well written. Thank you, New York Times. That's a New York Post quality headline in the New York Times. Listen, if you want my advice on the ratings, and I know you do,
all right,
you need to get Snow Cone Joe from Schenectady on a little more often. And that's a real question, is because right now the soaring price of diesel, the soaring price of inflation with ice cream, there's a lot of ice cream men and women. Actually, I had an ice cream woman growing up. Her name was Lisa. And she actually married a less successful ice cream man named Lenny, and they each had like little. It was like Lisa had 3 trucks, Lenny had one, and then there were Lisa's Twisty Freeze, which, by the way, is also just sort of some sort of a euphemism for the ball bustingness of marriage, a twisty freeze. She was twisty freezing in the truck and in the bedroom.
Better than Mr. Softy.
Yeah, she was twisty freezing. She was twisty freezing Mr. Softy in the bedroom. But anyway, they got married. They had a lot of ice cream trucks, and then I think they're divorced because I haven't seen their trucks in a while. But ice cream men and women aren't making that much money. Would you be sad? I have some friends who are like good riddance to the good humor.
Right. Okay.
There's put that in your New York Post headline there. Good riddance to good humor. Amy's no. No. All right. Amy just glossed over on that. Good riddance to good humor, says Tom Kelly of the Tom Kelly Show. Was the ice cream person a source of torture to your family as a father?
Well, yeah, because they roll through the neighborhood at the wrong time where we live, right? They come through like right at dinner time. You know, if you're rolling through at like 7 o'clock, 7:30, great. But you're coming through at 4:30, 4:45.
Yeah.
No, wrong time to be coming through with the ice cream truck.
So we have a thing in my parents' neighborhood now.
We eat dinner around 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Is that because you have young children, or are you a snowbird?
It's young children, Tom.
Young children. So
young children.
Big ending here is we have a guy, Sam the ice cream man, in my parents' neighborhood. And you could just call him up now. You send him a text, and he just drives straight there.
Drives over? Handy.
Do you have that in your neighborhood, or is that just a sign of Long Island wealth? Do you have Snow Cone Joe's number? Can we text him to show up at your home?
You probably could. I mean, all those guys, you can. I know corporate stuff, you can hire them, and they'll come to the parking lot and serve your employees, but actually just coming to your house, no, you got to wait till you hear the music and they're driving through.
All right. How much... Like, you know the old phrase, and what would you do for a Klondike bar? How much would you pay for a Choco Taco?
Right now, I don't know.
I'm craving one. Now that they're gone, like I went to 7-Eleven, somebody hoarded them.
They're gone. Yeah, you can't find them. We were getting online at work the other day, trying to find them. You know, you get on Instacart or whatever service you use to get groceries delivered to your house nowadays, and you go on all the local supermarkets, and they're gone. You can't find them anywhere. Can't even find them on Walmart. They're gone.
All right. Gone. This is my nightmare. I don't want to say I want a Choco Taco because I have a fear of a fan sending me like 6 bars to my apartment and just having all melted Choco Tacos down in the lobby.
Box of dry ice.
But I think if there's a resolution here is, Will Smith, if you want to be forgiven, you fill up a broke ice cream person's ice cream truck with Choco Tacos, and you just drive to a poor neighborhood in New Jersey, and you just start giving them out.
Throwing them out.
Just throw them to children, and maybe we'll forgive you. And then you have to fake your own death. All right, folks, listen, this is the end. I feel like I've risked Ryan's career enough. Folks, if you
just get him the tacos, Will. Just get him the tacos, the Choco Tacos. That's all you got to do.
Just hit subscribe on the podcast. You know what, Will Smith, you appear on this podcast with a box of Choco Tacos. You got my forgiveness. All right, there you go. That's the standard of forgiveness right there. Do things for mediocre comedians. Hit subscribe, people. That's what you need you to do. Hit subscribe. Share this podcast with people who love great podcasts, Choco Tacos, ice cream people, and Will Smith movies. And show love where love can be shown. Ryan, where can we find you? I guess if you're up at Albany, find Ryan. You got 3 big...
Channel 10.
Channel 10.
Easy to find.
All right, and until next time, good night, Albany. Do you have like a catchphrase at the end? Stay classy, Albany?
No.
What do you say at the end?
See you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
See you right back here at 4:30 a.m.
See you right back here at 4:30 a.m. or whatever time you press play. We got to work on that too.